Right, so I'm really excited about this, and I'm sure all the team are, because we haven't actually heard of you on a Zoom call, so really buzzing to have you on the call. So do you just want to quickly, for anyone that hasn't heard it, I think there'll be quite a few, share your story, how you got involved and what it's done for you?
Yeah, so I'm Callie Pease, Presidential Marketing Director in the business. It's been 5 years in January, which is insane. I keep saying it this week and every Zoom, and it's like mad that it's been that long, because before this, I think it was like 6 months was like the longest that I would ever stay in a job, because I'd get bored. So it just obviously shows how much I love it. But it was about this time of the year as well, 5 years ago, that I spotted the opportunity on Facebook through someone else that wasn't even my friend. It was Katie Raver. She posted on someone else's Facebook, and I was basically intrigued by her lifestyle and what she had. And at the time, my life, I was like 23. I had a 2-year-old little boy, working in retail, just any part-time jobs really that could work around my little boy, but things that I had no passion about, and just a bit lost. That's like, if anyone can relate to where I was. I just felt like I didn't have any savings behind me. I didn't have, like, all these plans that I'd had, they'd kind of disappeared. I was living in my mum's bedroom and minimum wage, and I just wanted something more. I was desperate for more, but I didn't, I was determined, like focused, and wanted to work hard, but I didn't know where to put that energy. And obviously being a mum, I couldn't just do all these things that I wanted to do. Like I could be a PE teacher, that ship felt like it had sailed, because I couldn't go to uni anymore, and it just felt like I was in a big frantic, always in my mind, like lost and wanting more from life. And I just started a personal trainer course, which I thought, right, I'm going to do that. I'm going to become a personal trainer, because I'd always loved health and fitness when I spotted this, and I thought this could be perfect because it could work alongside that. So when I got involved, I had no experience, and it was just meant to be like a little sideline thing. I had absolutely no idea, how amazing it was going to be. I got on the products and the business at the same time, got involved with both of them, because I feel like you cannot share the products without using them yourself and feeling the benefits. And as a mum of a young boy, like within 2 weeks, the bottom of my stomach just looked better. I felt better. The bloating had gone. I found it easy just to adapt around the lifestyle with my little boy. So I loved the products, and I simply started to share it. And then on a business side, within 2 months of being in the business, and honestly I did not have much time. So obviously I had my little boy, I had a job, I had a personal trainer course. I obviously lived with my mum, so I didn't have much space, and I literally did it about an hour or two a day. And even just doing that, like the nooks and crannies of the day, within 2 months I was earning more from my mobile phone doing this than I was in my part-time job, which I had to leave him 16 hours a week, and do something that I hated. This was obviously giving back more already. It took me a few months to get off the ground with recruiting. Like I didn't grasp that side of things at first. I was good with customers but not recruiting, until I went to an event in Dublin, and then I heard them on stage saying that they'd lost count of the amount of millionaire mums that the business has made. And I thought, what are you doing, Carly? Why are you just doing it a little bit? So anyway, I came on with a bit of a different attitude, and then things started to change dramatically. Within 6 months then of being in the business, I moved out of my mum's house. I had to pay for everything, all furniture, fridge, couches, everything. I was able to do that. And then it literally just went chaotic from then. And I went from the bottom to the top of the business in 13 months. In 11 months, when I hit National Marketing Director, I finally gave up my job in retail, because that was my safety net, and everyone was going, Carly, why are you still doing that job? And I was scared to give it up, because obviously it was a guaranteed pay. And then I went in near Christmas, the rota was up, and they wanted me to work 8 o'clock in the morning on Boxing Day until 8 o'clock at night on Christmas Eve. And I was like, no, I'm not doing it. I've got a 2-year-old. And I walked out and I went National Marketing Director the next day. So that was crazy. That was a bit of a law of attraction going on. And then after I hit PMD, so on a financial thing, just because obviously I could sit here and go on all day, to be honest, with about the last 5 years, because it's been so life-changing. But for me, it's took me from being a struggling mum on benefits and on a minimum wage job to becoming obviously totally financially independent. I do everything for myself now. I'm a 6-figure earner in the business. which I was doing that within 2 years of being in the business. That's how life changing it's been. And obviously we've got an incredible bonus system. For me, that bonus system meant something strong, and I saved up all the bonuses and bought my house outright in cash. So I went from being 23 in my mum's bedroom to 25 with no mortgage, and still to this day that's like the best thing ever, you know, not having to pay a mortgage every month. It's just the best feeling. Giving back to my family. My mum's obviously always been very, very good to me. She brought me up as a single mum, and she's foster care, you know, just always been such a giving person. So to be able to do things for her has been amazing. Like sent her to New York for her 50th. That's always been a big dream of hers. Literally in 1 month's wage, sent her off there with like all the spends and everything. And she actually doesn't have to work anymore. She's employed under my limited company. So obviously being able to do that for your people that you love is the best. Friends, family, I've treated them to little cars, holidays, or helped out all the people that I love where I can. Obviously from a little boy, he's got a dramatically different lifestyle. We'd never been abroad before. He goes on holiday about 4 or 5 times a year. Now he wants to go to Miami fishing on his next holiday, so things have changed. And we've just got, you know, the money's incredible, and it's nice being able to treat yourself. And the best thing is just all that worry that I felt 5 years ago, especially at this time of the year when Christmas is coming and it's so stressful, and I've lost jobs at this time of the year and it's just awful. Like, that is just the best part for me. I just love having, you know, time freedom and financial freedom, and that stress that's not there anymore. It's just the best feeling ever. And now, like, obviously it just keeps growing and growing, and, you know, just the excitement's still there, the passion's still there. And yeah, it's just an amazing opportunity. I love it.
Thank you very much. I absolutely love your story. It gives me goosebumps, and I think so many people on this call are actually mums and probably can relate to that massively. So thank you very much. So I've got a few questions here. If anyone on the call has got any questions for Carly, do leave them in the chat, and then we'll go through them at the end. But first one, Carly, do you have a DMO, and what is your non-negotiables each day?
Okay, so DMO, I'm going to be totally honest, my DMO is more like unorganised chaos, and that's the way that I've always been. And you know what, I like to always be honest with people, because there's some people in the business who are fantastically organised and got everything down to a T, and that's the way it works. For me, you know, I juggle lots of different things. I've got a little boy on my own, you know, I like to go to the gym. I've got 3 dogs. One of them's sitting here, look how she's this is the newest addition. Hello, Tom. So like, there's a lot going on in my life. So I think like one of the things that's helped me the most, that I stick to now, is like the power hour of the morning. So when I read Miracle Morning, that literally not just changed my business, but just changed me. Honestly, made me so much better, because that hour, getting up in the morning, just, you know, whatever it is, it'll be different things for you. I like to get up and just plan the day out. Even if it's like getting up, taking the dogs out, so it's something done, like get something done productive before 8 o'clock in the morning, and then rather than that usual rush when you get up and it's rush for the kids out for the day. I think someone's saying there about Miracle Morning, it literally honestly, it makes you feel like you can handle it. Do you know what I mean? You're in the right frame of mind. So getting up and having a power hour, and whatever it is for you, whether it's on your business, getting something done, whatever it is, it will make a huge amount of difference. Non-negotiables, like with the Miracle Morning, self-development, that was something that I didn't do like straight at the beginning of business, and I wish I did. Like, even when people were telling me, you know, do things, you'll know obviously with Nat, and the most successful people in the business, they read books all the time, they're always working on themselves, and it's like a must. Like, you in this business, to be successful, it's like you're the brand itself. You know, people feed off you, your vibe, your energy. And the more that you read, the more that you know, even if it's audios or videos that you watch, that's always improving you as a person and your skills within the business. It helps you like ridiculous amounts. So self-development is absolutely must. And just like being your best you is obviously a non-negotiable. Like being a product to the product, whether it's, you know, going to the gym every day or just showing that you're using the product. I find even now, if I jump back on the shakes and I'm proper sticking to plan, I can sell the shakes easy. I said that to Lauren yesterday, like within, you know, a day or two, I can get more orders than I've had in a while myself personally, just by being on the product. So being the best you that you can be. And then non-negotiables like your weekly trainings. You know what I mean? You don't need to be on them every night of the week. I know sometimes people might seem like they're like, I feel like they want something every single night of the week, and you need to be doing, it's all good and well getting on these calls, but then you need to take action after them, because everyone can get inspired and be motivated, but it's what you do afterwards that matters. So like once a week, the opportunity calls, obviously that's amazing. With all these, you've got all that support there, an opportunity call, and the weekly training, and then it's just pure consistency, you know, and doing things. You do the same things consistently, but you've got to keep the same kind of enthusiasm whilst you're doing it.
Yeah, perfect. So what are your sort of top 3 tips for getting orders? I know you said being a product of the product, but what other things would you say?
Massively, like always, and I even believe that's just to do with anything in the business. If you ever get to a hurdle where you feel like, you know, you're stuck, you're not getting team members, you're not being able to motivate your team or get customers, you always need to go back to yourself. Like I don't know anyone who is 100% of the time. So you stop and go, right, okay, what am I missing at the moment? What am I lacking? You know, is it my energy? What can I do? What can I improve of me that's going to improve my business and going to improve, you know, to get customers? So if there's something about it, whether you wanted to lose weight, you're like, oh, for me, I'll go on a booty blast. And it sounds silly, but just by me going on that thing again, and me starting posting pictures of me and showing that I'm in the gym and I'm back on, I'm like working the products, works every time. Like last week, like a few pictures showing that I'm just telling people what I'm doing. I'm training this, I'm doing this today. People are like, oh, what do you do in the gym? And it leads into conversations. So half the time, anything that I've ever done with the products, it's been through me. And it's not even that they've asked about the products themselves. You know, people, when you see them in the gym, and if, say for example, if you're going through a bad time or you're not feeling energized, just by seeing someone else in the gym every day, that's inspiring. You want to be doing what they're doing, and that's when they're going to start asking you about that. So leading the way with the products massively always works for me. Another one is being, like I said, kind of the same thing, but linking it on, but making sure that you're not a Juice Plus robot, like you are of value. So when you look through your social medias, like look at it and are you valuable? Do you know what I mean? Do you provide inspiration for people? And just by being a symbol of value, people will be attracted to you, and then it comes through to the products. You know, so just like funny little things and being a quirky person and being authentic is really important for your customers. And then obviously, and then one that seems so obvious is pure consistency. You know, the people who get the most customers are the people who are the most consistent. And like Laura Downey always says in my team, she's always the highest, you know, from the other side of the team. She just says all the time, look at it as your shop. You know, if you looked back through your social media today, how open has your shop been compared to someone else's? And if someone else's is open more than you, which shop are they going to go to? So it's pure consistency and variety. Don't just be a Juice Plus robot, but, you know, showing different types of inspiration, testimonials, lifestyle posts, but pure consistency is definitely like the biggest thing. I'm getting like licked to death there.
Bless. Perfect. Thank you very much. And what would you say for getting team members? Top 3 tips for that?
With your team members, obviously your customers are, again, it seems like an obvious one, but keep an eye on your customers. The more that you look after your customers, the easier it is to convert them into team members. She is cute, isn't she? You know, it's an obvious one. That's what we want to be doing really, is converting customers into team members. So if they're getting results, they're loving the product, they're becoming a fan of the product, then they're naturally going to be good team members and be able to share that with other people. So whatever you're doing with your customer, and let your customers know, like they need to know that they've got that opportunity. You know, speak to them about it, and also remember that no doesn't always mean no, it means not now. You know, be consistent with them and just keep those relationships building within that. Another thing with team members that's been working really well for me, and the team have been loving it, is like every month setting your eyes on 5 people. So they become like your 5 targets that you want in your team. So for example, you set your eyes on this 5 people every single month, and obviously the next month the same, the next month the same, and you keep those relationships developing. And they don't even have to be your customers sometimes. Like say for example, I've had a girl that I've wanted to be on the team, and she's moved to Australia. So I've been obviously commenting all the stuff, liking all the stuff, and I've obviously became a person of value to her and positivity. And it was funny, like, I've been dying to get her on the team. And then when I was in Pips last week at my friend's house, she messaged me and she was like, Carla, someone had commented on a picture about promoting products. She was like, I've never even thought about that being something I could do, but if I did, the first person I thought of was you. I would be able to do that, and it just shows how it works. You know what I mean? Like, I've been dropping all those subtle hints with her, commenting, liking her. So basically, setting yourself up with 5 people and just starting to build relationships with them, and then you work on them consistently. Okay, so you're setting your eyes on people, and then another thing that's been working really well is when you're getting people starting, even on the opportunity, helping them, like, very step-by-step guide and showing them that, like, step 1 is about working on you. So it's about looking at the right package for you and choosing the products for you, and then encouraging them that they can start the business and the products at the same time, because that's obviously what I did, you know, and they can do that. This has been working really, really good. So literally step 1, once you're like speaking to potentials, is looking at you, what can we improve on you, and what can we start to share that can help other people improve the same things. And then step 2, getting your business set up straight away so you can order your own products. And it seems to just be working very simply. Does that make sense? So it's like, you know, yeah. So it's obviously like, right, you can do both at the same time. Get on the product, find the one for you. Starting to share it. Get step 3, this is how we get paid, and step 4, let's just do it. And I've been doing that. Obviously, you just go into a bit of depth on the opportunity calls, but it's working really well. People just seem to, you know, sometimes you can go around the houses with people, but because it just is like, this is the way it works. We find you a product that's good for you. That's number 1. Number 2, we sign you up for the business, so you get your own products and start sharing it. Number 3, this is how we get paid. Number 4, let's do it right now. Let's go. And that's working really well.
No, that's a fab idea. I never ever thought of doing it that way, but no, that is really good. That's perfect.
Yeah, that's working good.
Cool. So the next question is, what struggles have you faced and how have you overcome them?
Obviously 5 years now, so there has been lots of struggles along the way, you know what I mean? There's been many more highs than lows, but there's still been tough times, like you know, going through family times. We've been through, there was a horrible time in my business when my sister lost a baby, and obviously that affects you dramatically, you know, because you're a figure of inspiration and value to people, and then to suddenly go through something like that, and you kind of I remember feeling guilty, and I found it hard to even be promoting my business and being positive, and do you know what I mean, when something so personal was going on. But I feel like when you go through that again, I repeat it all the time, but I just feel like it always works. You go back to working on yourself, you go back to stage 1, you know, and looking at yourself and how can I get myself back there. And then this is where all the self-development comes in, and, you know, you start to, the mindset, positivity, law of attraction, because it just gets you back in the right frame of mind. It makes you realise, you know, life's too short and you've got to take advantage of it, etc. So, you know, times like that, you've got to go back to working on yourself, your mindset, your positivity. There's been times when I've lost team members. So obviously it's not always been, you know, just a big ride up. There's been like peaks when my business has come down, and there's been moments in my business where I've thought, right, that's it now. I've had it, you know, like I've had the peak and then that's it. And there was a time when I lost a national marketing director leg. I've lost an SSC leg. I've lost a few SC legs before. And I think someone put in the NMD group the other week, you might have seen it, Ab, saying like, the team that got you to PMD is not the same team that got you to SC and SSC. And I think that's important for everyone to know, because you can look at PMDs in the business sometimes and think, you know, God, they've got it easy and they've got it all. But we've been through it all as well. And I think it's just always staying, like, the firm belief in the business, the company, and mostly about what you want. Like, if you're here for something that means so much to you, like the business and the lifestyle that I've created for my family, I'd never want that to go away. So if that means I have to go and find new people, then that's what it takes. You know, you can sit and moan about it, or you can just go and do it, and you're never going to run out of people to speak to. So if you're not making connections with people and you're not bringing people in, that's down to you. The people are out there to do that. So it's just getting back on the saddle, do you know what I mean? And every single time you fall down, it's getting back up. You can fall fall down 7 times and you have to get back up 8. It is that simple, really. And like just realizing how lucky we are sometimes as well. Like when I started 5 years ago, there was no such thing as Zoom. We didn't have online training. We were literally just left to our own accords on Facebook. So now, if you go through bad times, like just take full advantage of the training that you've got, the support around you, the Zooms, and just appreciate how much people are supporting you and helping you. Do you know what I mean? To get you back into the zone. But you need to know that it's not always easy. It's not always, it's not always rosy. There will be tough times. People will leave your business, but there's always people to help. And what you can always remember as well is doing it for other people and not just yourself. Like the amount of lives that have been changed, because I joined this business, and that's created a domino effect. That's enough for me to always keep going. It's not always about you. It's about everyone else. And people will do more for others than they will for themselves. So it's just about keep on moving forward and helping other people.
Perfect. So going from that, the best advice you would give to someone that's just been in the business maybe a month or so and aren't where they would expect to be, basically.
Okay.
Just said.
Being realistic though, do you know what I mean? Because you just got to keep that excitement when you started. And I think it's good to even when you first get started now, make a commitment statement so that your upline can see that, because it's so funny, you can get people come into the business and they're dead excited and you get all excited about them, and then within a week it's like you're speaking to a different person. They're like, oh, I can't do this, and you're like, no, do you know what I mean? Like you're speaking to them and they're like, that's it, I'm going to change my life no matter how long it takes. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, this and this and this. And then a week later, or even sometimes in 2 days, like, I can't do it, I just can't do it. You're like, hello, did I speak to the same person 2 days ago? Honestly, it's crazy. But you just, like, that's where commitment statements come in well. When they first start, like, what are you committed to do? How many hours? How long are you meant to, committed to do this? And what is it? What are you committed to? What are you here for? And then you can remind them of that. Do you know what I mean? And just the realization that this might take you a few years, but this is like your lottery ticket to whatever you want in life. And even if you continued for forever, like if I'd continued in my job forever, like till I was 60, I wouldn't have achieved the things that I've achieved now in 5 years with this business. That's like a massive eye opener. Do you know what I mean? It would have took me, honestly, like till I've earned more money now in this time than I would have ever till I was dead, doing something I hated, working every hour a week. So you just need to remember that how big the opportunity is, and it's not a race. And obviously just be aware of, like, you just never know when that person's going to be that pops your business. For me, I got a few people come into the business, nobody did much, and I had them little doubts. And then obviously when Nat come into the business, she just changed everything for me. So you need to remember that as well and kind of trick yourself sometimes. Imagine quitting and that one person was round the corner from you. Do you know what I mean? Just like that much within your reach. But yeah, it's just about staying committed to how much the goals that you want. And if you want them as much as you say you do, you won't quit. It's that simple.
Yeah, definitely. I think a lot of people forget it's a 5-year plan anyway.
Yeah.
Obviously we hear the amazing stories of people flying, but it is a plan. So yeah, definitely. No, that's perfect. So when you recruit someone into the business, what do you get them doing straight away? Do you have a training guide, groups? What do you sort of do?
Well, this is it, Abs. Now, this has been working now, these step-by-step guides, because like I say, I feel like things got a little bit lost, so you can kind of forget what you've told one person, then not another person, do you know what I mean? So it's nice to have a bit of structure. Obviously, goal setting with them right at the beginning, so you know what they want, because everyone's different. How much do they want to be contacted? What motivates them? What makes them happy? What makes them sad? I've got a questionnaire that people can go through. It's like it looks like a counsellor. Counsellor questionnaire, but it really gets people thinking, what do you want? What makes you happy? What makes you sad? What's what do the next 5 years look like if you continue the way you are? That kind of thing. So that gets people thinking and gets them in the mode. I always say to them, go straight to your friends and family, because then and just be honest. Like, ask them for the support. Don't beat around the bush. Look, this is my new adventure that I'm starting. It could be a life changer. For me and my family, please would you support me? Get them to buy the products from you, and then you're building a customer base. Get them to share your stuff, so that you're building your confidence there as well, straight from the start. And then most of the time it's just keeping in touch with them. They're like your babies, you know, at the beginning. You just got to keep in touch with them, because they can lose motivation. Even if you don't realise it, they go a little bit quiet on you and they've lost motivation. You just need to be there helping them with statuses, inquiries and things like that. You had enough for me now for a while, just to get them going. But again, like the step-by-step thing, just getting them to keep going through that with other people as well. So it seems very simple then. Find the package that suits you, the products, and that's what you're doing with a person when you speak to them. So you teach them to do that. Get sharing that with people. See who else you know wants to feel the benefits. And then straight away they're looking for like customers and team members at the same time. That makes sense, because you're telling them to do the same kind of thing as well. And then just letting them know once a week, training, the opportunity call, to really encouraging them to make advantage of that, get people on them, and then like I say, it's just like a step by step guide. Then just keep in touch with them every day, just instilling encouragement in them really, and getting them going.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. Fabulous. And the last question, what do you think is the main factor for your success in the business?
Mainly because I think that I've always stayed down to earth, you know what I mean? I've stayed true to who I am. I don't think you should, when people say fake it till you make it and all that kind of thing, I've never believed in that. I feel like it's just because of I'm relatable, do you know what I mean? Always stay relatable to who you want to be relatable to. So I like the young mums and girls who want more, and want to be financially independent. That's my kind of thing. And honestly, I feel like the main thing for my success with the business is because that bonus system that was so important to me. So I feel like when you join, that should be attached to something that means a lot to you, because otherwise you can fall off. If it doesn't mean that much to you, it's easy to give up. For me, that was so important to me. We lived with my mum and I wanted my own house so bad. I tried to go and get a mortgage when I had saved up £50,000, and they still wouldn't give me one because I had bad credit. So I was still getting judged off things that I'd done in my past. So for me, it meant so much to me that when people left, it didn't matter, because it was so important to me and my son. Does that make sense? So you need to have something that is just so important to you, that when people give their opinion, it doesn't matter. And when people don't buy the product from you, it doesn't matter. You go to the next person. When people leave your team, or they don't quite, grasp it, or they say something about you, you're not good enough, you've not taught them enough, it doesn't matter, because you are so fixed on that goal. You just keep going on to the next person. And honestly, that's the truth of it. And I know you can get downbeat sometimes and feel like you're not getting anywhere for the work that you're putting in. But eventually, if you do keep going, it will come, and the people will come. And then, once you've got the momentum then in the business, it will start to, build and build and build. And remember, it only takes a few people for you to be able to enjoy that success and be able to build a big team. You just need to find a few key people that can do that for you, but just stay committed to the goal. Remember, no matter what happens, when you were so passionate at the beginning, what you were so excited about, and just you do not stop until you get it. You're letting yourself down. You're not going to achieve it anywhere else. You've got to look at the benefits of our business as well. Most 90% now of network marketing companies that join up now, new ones, they'll never be around in a year or two. We're 100% going to be here in 10 years. That's what you're part of. So where you want to be with this company in 10 years is up to you. But there's going to be people here enjoying massive success, amazing lifestyles, and you could be a part of that. And you've got to remember that, and just keep going until you've achieved everything that you want to achieve.
Amazing. Thank you very much. And last one. For anyone that is struggling right now, what would you tell them to get off this call and go do?
Honestly, say, just make a massive goal, make a short-term goal, and just go for it. Think about it. For me, I always look at other people, who do you know now that you could help? So I think that builds people's confidence. Sometimes they're scared to speak to people about the business opportunity because they're thinking about me, me building my business. But we are around the corner from Christmas. It's the most stressful time of the year for people. If you could get off this call now and write down a list of 10 people, or not more 10 people, who need a bit of extra money for Christmas, you know, and or will be stressing over Christmas, contact them. Like, you could be their answer to what they've been looking for. I would have loved someone to come to me 5 years ago when I was in this position and go, "We've got this opportunity for you. You can make money from home, on your phone, around your little boy." I would have literally snatched that opportunity out of the hands. And you've got to remember, not everyone knows about this opportunity. So you've literally got a gift here that you can give to other people. So get off, you know, go and speak to people and say, "Look, Christmas is around the corner. I would love to help you have a better Christmas. I would love to help you." Do it for other people. And obviously then the more people you help is the more that you get back for yourself.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you so much for coming on. That was amazing. I've certainly took away lots of tips, and I hope lots of the girls have too. I'm just going to quickly scroll through. I think Caroline's just saying how much she loved your puppy. And oh, and you got the US order. Well done, Caroline. Right, thank you very much. I'll let you go and wash your hair like you said you had to do.
Thanks, thanks, girls.
Cheers.
Bye, bye everyone. Good night.